Hi friends, today we have come to the Alton Towers Resort for the opening weekend of a very anticipated ride.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, so this weekend is the opening and the return of Nemesis Subterra. So for those who don't know, Nemesis Subterra is an immersive dark attraction that when it was opened back in 2013, it was only open for 3 years, 2013, closed in 2015, and in 2015 it closed and we just didn't hear anything off it again, did we? And then the signage got removed and everyone was like, oh, where's it gone? And the signage disappeared, and then it turned into a horror maze for a couple of years, I think. Project 42?
Something like that.
I feel like I'm getting that confused with something else.
I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, it was a maze.
It turned into a scare maze for a good few years at Scarefest. And with the new iteration of Nemesis coming next year and the retracking going on, it seems that Alton Towers have revitalised and reopened this attraction. So we don't really know what to expect from it. We don't know whether it's going to be the same, whether it's got some changes to it or what, but when it was open before, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. This attraction got a lot of slagging off in the past, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
It got a lot of bad things said about it. I was going to say a word then that I don't really want to say on the channel, so I'm not going to say it. But yeah, it got a lot of bad things said about it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a brilliant attraction. I thought it was something different for Alton Towers. And I do love these kind of immersive attractions anyway. I love these kind of military-esque attractions, because that's basically what it is. So the story of it is basically, we have been invited to go and look at an egg that the Phalanx, who is a made-up government body, are investigating and protecting and keeping us all safe from Nemesis. And they have got a facility here at Alton Towers where they have uncovered an egg. So potentially another Nemesis could be in there growing or, you know, about to hatch. So then they've invited us, they've said it's safe, so they've invited the public to go down and have a look at this egg. And then obviously, being a theme park attraction, you go down to look at this egg and all hell breaks loose. So that's what the story of this is. And like I said, it's an immersive attraction. It's kind of a walk-through attraction as well, so that's really cool. And when it was open before, it had actors in it and stuff like that. So kind of like a scare maze as well in a way.
Kind of.
Yeah. So yeah, and I absolutely adored this attraction. I love it. And I'm hoping, now it's come back this year, that we're going to be in for a treat with this. It does have a mechanical ride in it as well. So it does have that in there as well. So it's like a walk-through, mechanical ride and everything, and then you come out and blah, blah, blah. But whether or not they've changed this experience or not, or what's going on with it, we're about to go and find out. What did you think of the attraction when it was open before? Because you did ride it before, didn't you?
I did ride it 9 or 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
I can't remember which season it was, but yeah, I did ride it. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
Here we go, the Subterra hate has started.
No. But I'm interested to see if my opinion has changed, given that I think that my appreciation for experiences like this has changed. So I'm definitely interested to give it a go. Really excited to get back on it, see what's different, if anything, and yeah, get back on a ride that a lot of people have missed from the resort for a long time. So
awesome. So yeah, so it is the opening weekend of this attraction, of it coming back. We are here solely really to ride this. We're not doing a vlog from here today. We're just coming to have a look at this and share our thoughts and talk about it and all that kind of thing. It does have themed staff stood outside, which is cool. I think we're going to get a photo. The signage is all back, it looks cool. It has got a 120-minute wait on it. It has got a 2-hour wait on it. So we have got now a 2-hour wait on our hands. I think we're going to get some food and go and wait 2 hours in this queue. And if there's stuff to film in the queue, then we'll add that in and we'll film that and put all that in. If there isn't, then there'll be radio silence until we come out. But I'm hoping there's some bits in the queue to film and some stuff to talk about in the queue.
I can't remember there being an inside queue. I remember it being all outside.
I don't think there is. You basically queue around the woods and the forest around there,
Yeah.
and then you come in here, and then when you enter the facility, you go in. That's when you go into the attraction.
Yeah.
And I think it's looking pretty much the same, to be quite honest. So,
I guess we should go get in this queue.
let's go. 2 hours.
2 hours.
Here we go.
The original Nemesis files vanished under mysterious circumstances, but copies exist and Phalanx operatives are resourceful. The images you are seeing prove that even when the Nemesis site was first exposed, all was not as it seemed.
So we're out of Nemesis Subterra. How do you think?
How
did you think? What did you think?
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was really, really good. I take back what I said 10 years ago. Yeah, no, really enjoyed it. Have a lot more appreciation for the story now and understand how it ties into the story of Nemesis now that I know about that. Yeah, I think it's a really good experience. There's definitely some changes in there, not in the story so much, but more in how you're loaded into the ride and stuff. But yeah, no, overall, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely loved it. It was just as good as I remember it when the last time I rode it. It was just awesome. I really, really love immersive attractions like that. I think they're absolutely fantastic. There is a certain level of creativity that has to go into building an attraction like that, and I think you have to kind of respect and appreciate that as well, of, you know, what kind of attraction it is. Like, not everyone can just come up with an attraction like that. It's amazing, the story that goes with it, you know, the build, and they've thought of everything with that attraction, I think. Yeah, I think it's a bit weird the way the restraints work, and it seems like the restraint system seems to be a little bit plagued with problems and stuff.
Yeah.
There was some people in there that weren't able to ride when we were, so they had to get out. They couldn't get the restraint down far enough on them, so they had to ask them to leave, which is a bit upsetting that you know, not every demographic of guests can ride, can experience this attraction. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. But yeah, but again, I don't want to talk too much about the restraint system because I don't really know anything about it. So, and it's got these weird, like,
Grippers.
little, like, grippers. It looks like, what does it look like? It looks a little bit like a doormat, like a rubber doormat. Did you get rubber doormats? I don't know. It's like these rubber things with grippers on that then, like, as you put the restraint down, they kind of grip onto your leg, don't they?
Yeah.
To stop you being able to, I don't know, climb out, do
Climb
something.
out.
I'm not too sure what that's about. But yeah, there's these weird rubber things on the restraint system. But yeah, again, I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. I don't like to talk about things I don't know anything about. But yeah, it just seemed, and the staff were having to really put their weight on it to get the restraint down far enough, so that it would go down enough.
Yeah.
So which is a bit weird.
It was weird.
But if that's what they have,
it was quite uncomfortable.
Did you think?
When it was locking, yeah, I thought so.
Oh, I didn't. It didn't really bother me. But yeah, it's. But yeah, the staff seemed like they had to really like push down on it to get it to lock. But that aside, the storyline, the effects, everything they've gone ahead with, the effects, everything they've done with that, it's just amazing.
Yeah, really good.
It is, isn't it?
Really good.
It's so good. It's a really, really good attraction, and I love it. And it's just as good as it ever was. It's just wonderful. Like, I'm potentially going to go and ride it again. I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. Really, really good. Massive well done to Alton Towers for that.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's reopened. It's definitely something the park needed, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It's a shame it's been shut for so long. It's just been sat there.
Yeah.
Standing but not operating for so long. It's such a shame. It's a brilliant, brilliant attraction, and it will get a ride from me every time I come here because I absolutely adore it. So, this is the spoiler bit. So if you don't want any spoilers, you can skip this bit. Basically, you go in and you go into like a waiting area, don't you? Where you get a small pre-show that explains to you exactly what's going on in there. Again, with it being Alton Towers, we're not allowed to film anything here. So you're not allowed to film on ride anywhere here. So yeah, you go into a small pre-show which tells you a little bit about the story, what you're going to do. You're going to view the egg. It's exactly the same story as it was before. No changes. You go in and then you go into a lift or a lift simulator which takes you down into the hole that they've dug, but it is a lift simulator. You don't actually go down anywhere, do you?
No.
So you go into a lift simulator, and it's all the effects make it look and seem as if you're actually going down.
Similar to like Gringotts.
Yeah, it's a similar thing to if you know Gringotts at Universal Studios. It's a similar thing to that lift there, where they simulate you going down a lift. So yeah, spoilers. You don't actually go down a lift in Gringotts
anywhere.
But yeah, so they simulate you going down the lift, and then you come out and you go into like a chamber where the egg is, and you sit and view the egg. And when you sit and view the egg, they put the restraint down on you and you're viewing the egg and all that. And then they start to give you some information about the egg that they found, some scientific information, things like that. And then all of a sudden it all cuts out, all the lights go out, and the whole room goes into chaos basically. Alarms start sounding, the sirens start going off. What you've actually sat down in is a small drop tower. That drop tower then drops you into like the core where the egg is then like all hatched and there's more eggs and all that. And it's kind of like a realisation that, oh, this is a bigger problem than they actually first thought it was.
Yeah.
You then rise back up with all the alarms still going off, like strobe lights flashing, everything's going, it's all going chaos. All the doors open, the restraints lift, and you're ordered to get out as quick as possible. As you leave, you run out of there, you get into another lift simulator, which simulates you going back up. As that's going back up, it then simulates the whole lift shaking and everything, as if the creature has come and got hold of the lift and all that kind of thing. That's really cool. And all that, all those effects are all built in. Like you literally feel it. You feel it vibrating. The lights are flashing. The red beacons are going off. It's awesome.
Yeah.
The lift finally opens. You come out of it and you go into a small maze area where there's some actors in there to make you jump and stuff. It's only a very, very small one.
Very short.
But yeah, they tried to get that one last scare in and make you jump down there and scare actors at the end.
Successfully did it.
Yeah, I did. I jumped out my skin.
Got it.
It came out of nowhere. I jumped out my skin. And then you come straight out of there, straight back into the baggage area to collect your bags, and that's it. It's awesome.
It's so cool.
It's awesome. It's brilliant. One of the best attractions Alton Towers has ever developed and ever come up with. It's brilliant. Absolutely love it. Wish there were more of these kind of attractions around. But yeah, this one is brilliant, and it's so unique to this park.
So unique and so immersive.
And no other park could have this attraction.
No, because it all makes sense.
Yeah, you couldn't copy this. You couldn't copy this anywhere else. This is uncopyable. This is just amazing. So yeah, we absolutely loved it. Any other thoughts you've got?
No, I absolutely loved it. I really, really enjoyed it. It was great to get back on it. As I said, it is something that I think has been missing from the park. It's such a good combination of kind of walkthrough experience and then ride as well. Like I really enjoyed it. So yeah, no, nothing more to say other than that really.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely an attraction you have to buy into. You have to buy into the story, and you have to really kind of like just get yourself immersed in the story.
Yeah,
if you fight against it, then you're not going to enjoy it. But yeah, you just have to immerse yourself in the story. But that could be said about any other attraction. Really,
of course,
that could be said about attractions at Universal, at Disney. It's all the same kind of thing. It's the same as like Halloween attractions as well. You have to immerse. You have to allow yourself to be immersed. If you don't allow yourself to take the story in and be immersed in it, then you're not going to enjoy the story.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there was a guy who was in there with us who came out of after we just got off the lift bit, the drop tower, sorry. We'd just come off that, and he went, "Oh, I can't believe I just queued up an hour for that," whereas me and Rob were like,
"Oh, brilliant, I'm glad I queued an hour. I only queued an hour for that.
Yeah.
Is that all?"
It was posted at 2 hours when we got in it, but it only took an hour, so
yeah. But yeah, that's
Pretty
it.
good.
That's it. You've got to let yourself get in with it. And and you'll have an amazing time. So if you are coming down to Alton Towers anytime soon or this year, make sure you check out Nemesis Subterra. It is a really good attraction. It is a little bit scary. It's probably not for younger people. It is a little bit scary, but it's also loads of fun as well. Yeah, so definitely get in there and experience that, because obviously a lot of work has gone into getting that operational and getting that together. So yeah, amazing.
It also explains some of the story of, if you don't know the story of Nemesis, then it will explain that for you ahead of Nemesis reopening next year as well.
So it goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand with the coaster as well. So they kind of share the story. The two attractions share the story and stuff. So yeah, it all goes hand in hand. So it's really cool that Alton Towers have developed something like that.
Yeah,
such an immersive, extensive story. So yeah, absolutely loved it. So they've also got a merch shop here as well for Subterra, and it's full of Phalanx merch. We're going to go and have a quick look at it. I say shop, it's more like a market stall. Hut. Market stall.
I quite like the fact that it's done like that though, because although I don't like the fact they have a box full of the merch that they're selling outside it currently. I quite like the fact that it's done like that, because it's obviously done as like a temporary thing, which it's supposed to be. Yeah. It's supposed to be like they've literally just turned up and they're investigating. So it's done quite well. Yeah. So go have a little look and see. Have a look and see what kind of merch there is. But I like that Phalanx hoodie there. Have a little look.
Caps. This is quite nice.
Yeah. Caps are £15.
Oh, is there a price list somewhere over there? Cap's quite nice. I like that. Oh, it's a pin badge. Oh yes, a pin badge. We love a pin badge. So there's these really nice t-shirts. And some hoodies as well. Water bottles down there. If I can just about see them. Do you like this t-shirt?
Plain one. This is the one that I like, yeah. Just the mugs, the t-shirts are £20, the hoodies are 35, the caps are 15, and the mugs are 8. It's not too bad.
So we both ended up grabbing a t-shirt. Oops. We're a sucker for merch, honestly. Grove grabbed a t-shirt and we grabbed...
when it seems like, especially when it seems like limited edition merch as well.
Yeah. You don't know how long it's going to be around.
You don't know how long the Phalanx stuff is going to be around.
No. So yes, we grabbed a t-shirt and we grabbed the pin, and with our Merlin discount, our annual pass discount, it works out that the pin was free.
Overall though, that's taken like £10 off our total bill. That's quite good.
That is good. I like that. That's very good. Yeah. So we ended up getting £10 off. The pins were £5 each. So yeah, we ended up with the pins for free technically. Yeah, happy with that. So if you like content like this, please like this video and share it with like-minded people.
Give it a big thumbs up.
To keep up with all our Disney doings and theme park shenanigans, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.